Point of sale and inventory system is a system that lets you manage and track sales activity and inventory. Food industry is one business classification that benefits from the sales and inventory system. Here in the Philippines, cafes are the newest trend. A restaurant that serves coffee and food on the side is the new catch. One of which is Jpos Coffee Shop. Owned by Mr. Jose Narciso Atayde, Jpos was established June 26, 2015. The coffee shop serves variety of coffee and food. Jpos is open 24 hours for players, students, business meetings, and other occasions. Jpos is tied up with an electronic bingo boutique also owned by Mr. Atayde. Currently, Jpos is using manual system. Customers are categorized into two. First are the walk-in customers or the customers who walks directly into the coffee shop to either dine in or take out and has an average of 100 to 120 customers per day. Second are the customers from the Oceanic Bingo that has an average of 30 to 50 customers per day. Since the coffee shop is implementing a pay-as-you-order process, there is an exception for the customers from the Oceanic Bingo who mostly are bingo players. One server is assigned inside the playing area to get the order from the customers so the customer won't bother to leave his or her bingo machine. Payment can be made before or after the order has been delivered directly into their seat. Each order from any of the two types of customer will be checked from 2 copies of an order slip that contains the full list of menu. One copy will be given inside the kitchen for order references and the other copy will serve as a reference to compute for the subtotal, discounts, 20% of the total amount which is given to the senior citizens and PWDs, if applicable, and the total amount due using a calculator. These order slip will also serve as a reference to compute for the daily and monthly sales and monitor the number of orders and transactions made. Daily and monthly sales and reports are monitored and made by the manager. For the inventory, raw ingredients are packed per gram, per piece, per bottle, or per gon depending on the category. The chef will get all the raw materials needed at the kitchen from the storage room or pantry. These raw materials taken out of the storage room will now be packed according to the serving. The kitchen is implementing the first in first out process in deciding which serving is to cook first, and this process will be based on the expiration date of the raw ingredients packed to produce a serving for each menu. To monitor the raw ingredients and packed servings from the pantry and from the kitchen, Jpos has inventory forms. The supervisor and the chef is assigned to do the monitoring 3 times a day. For the cancellation and returning of ordered products, customers are always right. The management allows any returned and cancelled products to be made as long as the reason is valid. Based on the observation of the proponents, the existing ordering process implemented inside the Oceanic Bingo consumes much time. The food attendant inside the Oceanic Bingo walks in and out of the coffee shop several times depending on the situation. He or she will get the order of the player, hand it over to the cashier whether with the payment or not, and goes back to the player room. If the customer opt not to settle the bill yet, he or she would have to wait until the player have decided to. For Jpos Coffee Shop, the management has a minor issue in doing the monthly report, which is data discrepancy. For some instances, the inventory and the sales report lacks compatibility. Though this doesn't affect much the sales of the coffee shop, data accuracy is always important in every business. Thus, the management realizes that computerized transactions will be very useful to the company, which is more likely the proposed system for Jpos Coffee Shop. The proponents will develop a LAN-based point of sales and inventory system for Jpos Coffee Shop that will serve as an opportunity to have an accurate and reliable point of sales and inventory.
Created using Powtoon.